Hello, sir. Am I audible, sir? This is Mahendran speaking. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, thank you.
A very good afternoon to one and all present here. I, S.V. Charunath, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Kingston Engineering College, along with my team, welcome you for the valedictory function of AICTE sponsored AICTE ATAL sponsored 5 days faculty development program on Exergy and Thermo economic investigation in power generation systems. During the last 5 days, we have gone through rigorous learning of current trends of thermal engineering and power generation concepts. The presence of all the participants that make this program happen and end up with the great learnings. Hopefully, our participants have gained good experience and key concepts from these sessions and will use this and transfer it to the students for the better learning and advancement. Now, I request Dr. N. Shankar Ganesh sir, Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering and coordinator of this program, to share the summary of the 5 days journey.
Thank you, Charu. I am very happy to deliver the summary. I present the summary of the AICTE ATAL sponsored faculty development program on Exergy and thermoeconomic investigation in power generation systems, ETEIPGS 21. The objectives introduced for this program is to understand Exergy analysis on closed and open thermodynamic systems. Exergy analysis on closed and open systems, basics of energy and exergy analysis and its applications, second law analysis of heat transfer processes, economic analysis and assessment on thermal power generation systems, thermoeconomic investigation on power cycles. So with this, the objectives have been covered by the eminent resource persons. Let me resume the 5-day summary. The first day, AICTE ATAL sponsored FDP was conducted from 9/8/21 to 13/8/21, in which 96 participants from different parts of country participated. Day 1 started with common inauguration. Professor S. Mahendran, HOD Mecca, has welcomed the gathering. Our chairman, Mrs. Sangeeta Kadiranand, have felicitated the gathering. It was followed by the first keynote address by Dr. Sudipta D. Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Jadavpur University, Kolkata. He has covered different second law methods. He has traveled from Exergy to environment analysis. The second keynote session was continued by Dr. AVSS Gupta sir, JNTU College of Engineering, Hyderabad, in the afternoon session, who has enlightened our participants with basics about second law analysis, irreversibility, and exergy analysis. The third session was presented by Dr. G. Subramaniam, Director, Siri Exergy and Carbon Advisory, Hyderabad. He addressed the highlights of exergy analysis in various industries. First session of day 2 was delivered by Dr. V. Sivareddy, Professor of Mechanical Engineering, Rajiv Gandhi Memorial College of Engineering and Technology, Andhra Pradesh. Exergetic investigation on solar power generation systems was detailed by Professor. Then Dr. P. Brahmara, Professor and Head of Department of Mechanical Engineering, JNTU College of Engineering, Hyderabad, has explained entropy minimization with a real-time problem in the second session. The afternoon session was presented by Dr. K. Srinivas Reddy, Professor of Mechanical Engineering, IIT Madras. Professor has detailed about the connections among SRG, availability, Exergy, and free energy. In day 3, Dr. B. Johnny, Associate Professor, Mechanical Engineering, Government Engineering College, Dahod, Gujarat, has opened the session and explained the Exergy analysis in heating, ventilation, and cooling systems. The second session was continued by Dr. Muruga Bhubadi, Assistant Professor of Mechanical Engineering, PSNA College of Engineering and Technology, Dindigal. Practical investigation on cycle tempo software was demonstrated to the participants. Dr. Katya Banu, founder and CEO Inspire Softac Solutions, Chennai, Tamil Nadu, has highlighted the benefits of stress management, and trained the participants virtually in the evening session. Day 4 was initiated by Dr. T. Srinivas, Associate Professor of Mechanical Engineering, NIT Jalandhar, Punjab. Various power generation cycles have been explained by Professor. Dr. E. Anil Kumar, Associate Professor of Mechanical Engineering, Dean, Sponsored Research and Consultancy, IIT Tirupati, have briefed about the correlations involved in Exergy analysis in the second session. Post session was continued by me. Thermoeconomic principles and Exergy costing in power generation system was briefed. In day 5, Dr. T. Srinivas, Professor, Associate Professor of Mechanical Engineering, NIT Jalandhar, Punjab, has initiated the presentation on Exergy of combustion in thermal power plants. The second session was continued by Dr. P.V. Suresh, Associate Professor, Department of Chemical Engineering, National Institute of Technology, Warangal. Professor put focus on chemical looping combustion-based power plant for sustainable power production to the participants. With this, I once again welcome you all for this valedictory function. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. N. Shankar Ganesh sir. This program is a success because of all our participants. Once again, I convey my heartfelt thanks to all our participants for making this happen. I do thank all our resource persons who contributed their precious time to share their valuable knowledge to us. This is now going to be a feedback session where you're supposed to open up your video and audio. We have enabled the options. Okay, video. Yeah, you can open up both your videos and audios. Okay, so first I would like to call upon the resource person to share a few words about this program. Dr. Sudipta D.
I was just thinking whether the students should give, rather the participants should give the feedback at first, because we have given our presentation. So what they feel like, then I can just, based on their feedback, we can comment. Okay.
Okay.
Better. Yeah.
Okay. I would like the participants to participate in the feedback session now. As participants, you can open up your video and audio, and you can share your thoughts about the FDP session. Yes, participants, your video and audio you can enable.
नाही याच्यामध्ये गॅलरी व्ह्यू नसतो बहुतेक.
இந்த ஹிதேஷ்ன்ற ஒரு பார்ட்டிசிபெண்டா இதுல யார் யார் இருக்கான்னு டிக் பண்ணி கொடு டக்குன்னு. இவங்க தான் இருக்காங்களா? ஓகே ஃபைன். வேற யாராவது வந்தா எனக்கு டக்குன்னு நோட் பண்ணி கொடு. Yes, participants, come forward and you can give your feedback. You can open up both video and audio, or at least audio alone.
Hello, sir. This is Pratik Malve from Walchand College of Engineering, Sangli, a PhD scholar. We would like to thank Kingston College of Engineering for arranging such a nice FDP. It was very limited resources are available on Exergy, and the people are not that much explored to the topics of Exergy as such. People are talking more on energy aspects than economy aspects. But on the Exergy aspect, I think I haven't seen few FDBs like this. So I would like to thank AICT first, and then to Kingston College of Engineering for organizing such a nice workshop. And in future also, we are looking forward for what we can say, having this contributing to such workshops over again and again. So thank you one and all. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Any others? Any other
Good
participants?
afternoon, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Sir, am I audible to you? Because
Yes,
actually,
kindly proceed.
yes, sir. Actually, I'm not much familiar with MS Teams, so I might be having some difficulty with this. But okay, fine. So, good afternoon, everyone. I wish to heartily thank Kingston College of Engineering for taking immense efforts, being self-motivated in organizing such a nice entire FDP, which consisted of numerous sessions on variety of topics. Exergy is somewhat what we say as a thermal engineer, we say that it's a neglected area, uh, even in research. But it is fantastic about when we look at the variety of topics which have been covered under the Exergy. And what I felt most important, what I was intrigued about, was that we also considered the financial or economic aspect of all the research as well, as it was evident from almost every lecture. So thank you again, Kingston College of Engineering, for organizing this webinar. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Dr. Hitesh. Any other participants?
Participants, try to come with your feedback so that it will improve our next session, because this is the basic level. We'll be having one more level. So definitely we can find any labs in this program. We could try to improve ourselves. For that, your feedback is necessary for us. Kindly.
Hello, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, fine. Continue, sir.
Yes. My name is Sanjay Geji. I am from one of the private institutes in Maharashtra, situated in Sangli, from mechanical department. I would like to thank the Kingston Engineering Institute and especially Professor Dr. N. Shankar Ganesh, who has taken immense effort in aggregating and arranging uh, all these resource persons come together at this online platform, and also like to thank this ATAL initiative, ATAL Academy, who have started, I think, last year, promoting this online FDPs and all. This topic wise, yes, it's very fascinating and interesting to attend and to know a lot about this Exergy analysis and all. Generally, as many people said that this aspect is not discussed at certain length and distance, but still in this FDP, I personally came to know a lot of things about this. And one remarkable thing that I found from other FDPs is uh, that in this many resource person were really I think they were coming off with a lot of practical experience. A couple of industry people were also there, and even the researchers who have done a lot of research in this area, and they have come with some practical experience, and they shared that also with open and free mind, and that it has really helped me a lot. So I'm looking forward to attending and participating in such FDPs. I think you mentioned about the second level of this FDP. I will surely look forward to it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you, Professor, for that.
Thank you, Mr. Sanjay. Any other participants?
A very good afternoon, Professor. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Kindly.
Yes, yes. So initially the session started with the basics of Exergy. So the young researchers like us, they used to think about how to increase the performance by doing some other analysis, energy analysis mostly we will be carrying out. But this one particular session has enlightened us, we need to look into the Exergy first, because that is the area where we can able to rectify the errors and we can still improve the performance of any system. So we are very We are looking forward to attend the advanced Exergy also, and very happy to share my feedback. Particularly, many thanks to Professor Shankar Ganesh sir for organizing such a kind of events. Thank you, sir. Thanks to ATAL and thanks to Kingston. Thank you all, sir.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Vinod Kumar sir. Any other participants can give your feedback?
Dear participants, your feedback is more important for us to improve our strength. Kindly give your valuable suggestions.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Kindly.
Yes, sir. Sir, Pravesh Kushwaha from Oriental Institute of Science and Technology, Bhopal, sir. And with the topic of that Exergy and these all thermodynamics study in this application, all the dignitaries and professors, it was excellent, sir. And definitely I have benefited with those presentations. And I would like to thank all the faculty members and all the team of Kingston College who chosen that area, which is very nice area for a thermal student. So I really and heartily thanks to all the Kingston faculties and organizing team. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Professor.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Kindly.
So this is Vivek Patel from Pandit Deen Dayal Energy University from Gujarat. So first of all, I give congratulations to Team Kingston to arrange such a nice 5-day workshop, particularly in topic like Exergy, which is not explored that much. Number of means from the basic concept to the detailed analysis is covered by various eminent resource person during this STTP, which not only revise the thing, but it gives what we can say some of the area or some of the point on which the people who are working at present in the Exergy can also explore. One such thing which I learned from this particular 5 days program is a cycle tempo software. I'm not aware about that software, and this particular software now I can explore that particular software from whatever the idea which I get from this STTP. I use based on that idea, I'm able to explore that software in my future research work also. So again, congratulations to Team Kingston to arrange such a nice workshop. Thank you everyone.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you, Dr. Vivek Patel, sir. Any other participants?
Dear participants, kindly share your feedback. It is more needful for us. Come forward and share your reviews. Participants, don't hesitate. Try to give your feedback.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Sir, I'm Vinod Kumar from Mechanical Department, Degree Institute of Engineering and Technology from Coimbatore. Actually, I'd like to thank our HOD and principal and also giving for this opportunity. And I have learned a lot during this 5 days ATAL FDP from various resource person and the techniques that I have learned will be definitely useful for my teaching career. And I would like to thank organizer, team, and those who are supporting and coordination directly and indirectly of this conducted FDTP successfully. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Bruce. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Anut Kumar, sir. Participants, anyone, you can open up your audio.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
So is it audible, sir?
Yes, sir, kindly.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Myself, Dr. Lokesh from RV ITM Bangalore, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot for giving an opportunity, and it's very nice FDP, sir. Particularly with respect to Exergy, there are various topics what the FDP covers. It's actually useful, particularly in the area of what I'm looking for, the heating, ventilation, and air conditioning, particularly that systems, and then that software is also nice, sir. Thank you, sir. Thanks for the organizer, including the coordinators, HOD, and principal of the college, and everyone, sir. Thank you, and once again, thank you for the all keynote speakers, sir.
Thank you for your compliments, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Lokesh, sir.
Thank you.
Next participant.
Dear participants, kindly share your feedback. Yes, Professor Ganesh team.
Yeah.
Sir, your mic is not working, I guess, sir. Switch on the mic, sir. Mr. Ganesha, sir.
Sir, now it is working?
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, nice session, sir, for all the sessions, very nice, and really it's very helpful for our academic and our next further project and research also. It is very helpful, and most of the sessions are very nice and very motivative and very good resource persons also. And overall thing is very fine and very interesting. That is, we are not missing a single minute also. We observed and we learned so many things, sir. Really very thankful to organizing and whole team.
Thank you, Professor Ganesh, for your compliment.
Thank you, Dr. Ganesha, sir. Next participant.
Yes, next participant, you can come forward and give your feedback.
Dear participants, your feedback is more important for us to submit to AICT. This will enhance our next level. Kindly.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, my name is Harsha. I am working as the Sundardeep Engineering College, Ghaziabad. I have a lot of thanks for the ATAL organization and the Kingston Engineering College. They are the good opportunity to the FDP, 5 days FDP. It is really well organized and meaningful and the informative program. Thanks for all the organizations, such a wonderful programs. And the graduated towards all the eminent speakers and highly motivated to me. I have a lot of thanks for all the organization and the committee members. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Harsha Roy, sir. Next participant, you can come forward.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Myself, Senbo Raman from Savita Engineering College. It is a very nice and informative workshop, and I must thanks to ATAL and Kingston Engineering College, sir. My suggestion, small suggestion is, why not include this such a kind of subject in UG level? We are having the thermal engineering only with the energy only. We are not having the Exergy, sir. So kindly take my suggestions. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your feedback.
Thank you, Dr. Shanbagaraman, sir. Next participant. Participants, you can open up your audio and video.
Not video. Possible audio.
Okay. Possible audio. Audio is also enough. If not video. Participants, kindly come forward and give your feedback.
Dear participants, we have received very few feedback from the numbers, N numbers. Kindly, you throw your valuable suggestions.
Okay, thank you, participants. Thank you for your valuable feedback. Now I'd like to call upon the resource persons to give their feedbacks. I would like to call upon Dr. Sudipta D, sir, to give a feedback regarding our FDP.
Yeah, it was really a very good experience for me. I always enjoy in academic deliberation, discussions and participations, whether in a resource person form or in the form of participation. And no doubt, this particular program invitation, when I received from Dr. N. Shankar Ganesh to give a presentation, I was really happy because honestly speaking, in my early part of my career, even in my PhD, substantial work was on Exergy analysis. And that doesn't mean that the significance of Exergy analysis has lost its significance. Rather, it's still not significant. Why I want to mention this is that all of you know that thermodynamics laws, as I've explained in my talk also, these are basically some laws of nature. And now what is happening with this second law, we are trying to explore more underlying meaning of second law over the period. And I can tell you, after my PhD, when I was in postdoc abroad, I was in contact with the person who actually introduced the concept of the name itself, not the concept I should tell, because concept was earlier, exergioeconomics. So that time he was also exploring the combining the exergioeconomics with environmental issues, and that environmental exergioeconomics started evolving. And after that, the most important concept that has emerged, I mean, very recent and latest concept, which is the entire world is pursuing after that concept, is sustainability. And from that sustainability concept, the people have derived their sustainable, rather the actual definitions was sustainable development definition by United Nations Brundtland Commission. And then people have started taking up the concept of sustainable development into their respective fields. And the sustainable energy definitions has also evolved from there. What I should suggest, rather I think, to the young researchers, because most of the people here are young researcher participants, you go on exploring the scope of second law analysis applications in the field of sustainability. That will give you a rather longer path of working with this Exergy analysis. Why? Because the Exergy analysis, I personally still believe, is not fully explored. Initially, it started with so-called entropy generation, then extended. Basically, entropy generation and Exergy analysis are well connected. I mean, these are the two different groups, but final optimized solution will lead into a common junction. Combining economics with Exergy is the next step. And I'm just referring back to one presentation I was listening to. Actually, that day there was some technical connections problem. The Siri, Exergy and Siri, the one person and the first day last person who was presenting from industry, he's basically more expert in the area of energy auditing. And somebody had a question that could not be answered by him just because of technical snag. But I was actually tempting to give the answer, but if the question was asked to somebody else, I should not rather volunteer. That's not a courtesy. But right now I can tell that question was why Exergy analysis is not being used regularly or rather frequently by the industry. This was an issue actually when I discussed with the German professor. The issue is basically, as in my presentation I have shown you, that this Exergy analysis is more useful, or rather it can give you more useful outcome at the pre-design state. That means when you actually go to the final design and manufacturing and installation. When a particular system is in operation, then obviously there are certain issues you can take care of which can reduce the Exergy destruction during operational period. But unfortunately, the scope of improvement of Exergy performance of an existing system is very limited. And this is the reason why industry is not much interested in it, I guess. Because if already installed systems are there, industry is mostly interested with that. And industry R&D may be interested with the designing or pre-designing stage. And mostly the pre-designing stage is taken care of, not even industry R&D, but the academicians. I strongly believe that in future, there is a very strong possibility with the evolutions of this sustainability concept that some new subject name or other branch of this Exergy analysis will evolve for the assessment of the sustainability. Interestingly, sustainability is not a single dimensional problem, it's a multi-dimensional. And none of the optimum sustainable solutions is other than multi-criteria optimization problem. I work with my students in that particular area, and I'm realizing every step, or rather not every day, but with every student I'm realizing some new findings that can be applicable from the second law and Exergy concept of going into sustainability. And in fact, this being a future very potential area, I encourage most of the young researchers to explore this particular area. We are aged people ending up our career very close to that, but you are the earlier people. So obviously if the baton is taken up by you people, you will have a very good fruitful output in a new field which has got a lot of potential or opportunity to publish in future. And not only publishing, you can enjoy, because rather than making literature review and publishing in a conventional path of an existing subject which has a lot of knowledge already published in the open literature, I think working in a new area where you don't find much of guidance, rather you have to explain, you have to find out of your own what should be the future pathway in a particular direction, that's really challenging. And I believe that involving Exergy analysis with sustainability concept in future, how? Not very well defined till yet, but my gut sense says there is a strong possibility of combining these two. Please search this Exergy route to going into assessment of not complete, but a very strong criteria of sustainability. In fact, one of the clue has already been established. Maybe Dr. Ganesh can think in future of conducting one particular course, which is very important, resource utilization efficiency. And when you talk about the resource, previous concept was all resources of this Mother Earth is indefinite, infinite. But now people know, they've realized that if you go on using indiscriminately natural resources, you are jeopardizing your future generation. And that's the reason why this sustainability concept has to be defined. On the basis of this particular issue, what is my suggestion? The young researchers, please take the button of developing this Exergy concept, how it can be extended to assessing real industrial system sustainability from the viewpoint of either resource utilization, that is already obvious, and I guess some more new paths are still left, you can start exploring. So this is just my heartfelt feeling regarding this particular subject, Exergy, because don't end up with Exergy in Exergy itself, because Exergy as a tool itself is now quite mature. In fact, when I joined as a young faculty, then that time the concept of Exergy was limited within physical Exergy only. But in my advanced thermodynamics postgraduate course at Jadavpur University, we generally, rather I personally regularly teach the chemical exergy derivations also. So with the chemical exergy concept, we have to be very much conversant with the how the chemical reactions, mass diffusions, etc., are also showing the so-called dissipative effects, which leads to the exergy destruction. So unless somebody explores the chemical exergy and how it is calculated in detail as a just step-by-step calculation process, as I do it in postgraduate courses, then you will realize how the importance of definitions of surroundings is, or rather the with respect to which the dead state is defined, better to say environment. So exploring definitions of environment is an interesting problem, and you can go on exploring that what should be the average environment definitions, taking the average compositions of the earth, whether from the lithosphere or from the hydrosphere or from the atmosphere, how it should be rationally defined. That is another interesting challenge. In fact, Professor Sajargat has, almost dedicated his full life for definitions of that, and still it is open. So what I want to just mention at the end of this particular subject, this is one subject which has been started as a tool. Presently also it's a tool, but very fundamental tool development opportunities still exist in this subject of future very important assessment of general energy systems. Apart from that, I again thank Kingston College Authority, their group, and the young group also. I believe that Dr. Ganesh and his assistants, or rather the other colleagues, they are all very young people. And I was very happy to meet some of my good old friends in this particular program as resource persons. And I always try to follow, whenever I get an opportunity for as a resource person, either physical program or virtual program, to attend other lectures, at least some, if my time permits. And I can tell you very frankly that I attended some of these courses just like a participant like any one of you, and I was very happy to get some new inputs. I'm not going to mention any name, but there also I got something new which I didn't know, and I learned from them. Again, a lot of thanks, and finally the thanks to all the participants. This online mode or virtual mode has advantage, disadvantage both. Organizing such a program physically would have been much more costlier in all sense, time, money, effort, but it would have been given some good return also of physical interactions, means discussion, even beyond the course hours. And whenever I attended before this pandemic, any program on faculty development, I believe that I got many of the participants who gave me a lot of new ideas during discussion, offline discussion, not during presentation questions, but during lunch, even during local tours. The people go on asking a lot of questions and we have a lot of time. Virtual mode doesn't have that opportunity. It's unfortunate. But again, virtual mode has got the advantage of gathering many people, because the resource persons are generally busy person. They can attend the programs, give their lectures, and even interact with the students from their own place. That's a great advantage. Otherwise, the physical invitation, the invitation of attending any physical program, maybe some of the resource persons would have refused due to lack of time, etc. I believe that we have to accept as it comes, and I'd listen to the feedback of most of the many of the participants. They are generally happy, but if they are unhappy, they generally don't tell it also, I know. But if you have something specific, very specific requirement, you can contact any of the resource person. I believe I cannot just tell for others, for myself, but provided the requirement may be very specific. Don't like that I want to contact to know something more. This becomes very vague. But if somebody has got a new idea with respect to applications of Exergy in the further areas, I'm always very open to discussion and knowing from them. Thank you again, all the participants and the organizers of the Kingston College. It's a really, really nice experience, though virtual. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your suggestions and compliments.
Thank you, Sudipta sir. I would like to call upon Dr. D.B. Jani to give his feedback. Dr. D.B. Jani. I'd like to call upon Dr. T. Srinivas sir to give his valuable feedback. Dr. T. Srinivas.
Yes. Good evening to all. It is my pleasure to associate with the ACT ATAL sponsored FDP on Exergy and Thermo economics investigation and power generation systems as a speaker. Thanks to Dr. Shankar Ganesh, organizing team and management of Kingston Engineering College for giving this wonderful opportunity. Dr. Sudipta D, I associated at Jadavpur University in 2006. I attended one program, short-term program on Exergy. And thank you, sir. Dr. Sudipta D arranged Dr. P.K. Nag as resource person. Really, we enjoyed a lot. And Dr. AVS Kumasam Gupta also attended that program on Exergy. And really, that time we got the spark on Exergy analysis. And we are keep on doing that work and solving various thermal and energy systems. It's a great experience. And coming to Exergy, one of the participants to ask that scores, yes, it is good. Very few institutes and universities are offering this Exergy as elective subjects, both in UG and PG level. I also handling this course as a MTech Thermal Engineering elective subjects with 40 lectures and 3 credit courses. As this FDP, since it is a 5-day program, it's outlining and really it is encouraging and motivating the engineers to select this as a tool to make a perfect and upgraded technology. Really, it is useful to improve the system and to especially to get the more ideas to do the research. Actually, research will drive after identification of the weakness. So Exergy is helping all the engineers, especially which may not be thermal systems. In future, it will extend to other fields also like manufacturing, psychology, biology, biothermal, etc. So really, it is useful to drive the research in a right way and more effective outcomes we can expect by applying this tool. And I hope all the participants are equipped with enough knowledge on Exergy to solve the thermoeconomics applied to not only power generation systems, maybe other systems like energy, conventional energy and non-conventional energy source also by using this knowledge. And I'm very happy to and also wish to appreciate Dr. Shankar Ganesh and his team and the active team for their wonderful organization of this 5-day program, and also expects in future also many such advanced level courses from Kingston Engineering College. Finally, I congratulate all the participants and thank you one and all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your compliments, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. T. Srinivas sir. Thank you for your valuable feedback, both resource persons. We try to implement and the suggestions which you have given, sir have given, we try to implement that. Now I would like to call upon Professor S. Mahendran, HOD, Mechanical Department, Kingston Engineering College, to share a few words about this program.
Yes, thank you, Charunath. So good afternoon to all, esteemed resource person and participants. I would like to thank all the resource persons and the participants for their kind feedback. Our college will consider all the feedbacks, will implement in upcoming events. So ATAL program is an initiative by AICTE which aims at empowering faculty to achieve goals of higher education. Nearly 100 participants have been benefited from this FDP. Hopefully all our participants would have gained the knowledge upon the current trends on thermal engineering and power generation system from the 30 highly educated and experienced resource person. The main objective of this program is to provide detailed information about the exotic thermologies involved in evaluating a power generation system. The necessity of Exergy analysis and energy analysis in a system under investigation are emphasized well in this FDP. Even in this current time, so we are lack of proper usage of energy. In future, the usage of energy will exponentially rise. To overcome such situation, so we are faculties are in a position to develop and motivate our students in terms of usage of Exergy. As our Tamil ancient poet Thiruvalur says, knowledge is the only thing that never decreases when we give it to others. Hope we faculties will transfer the knowledge we gain from this virtual FDP to our students and pave a way for the research more on Exergy. I would convey my hearty congratulations to Dr. N. Sankar Ganesh for excellent arrangements and also organizing this event and also requesting all the resource persons and without any gap or without any continuously he is working for doing this ATAL FDP successfully. And also the organizing committee members, our beloved faculty members, Mr. Kirti Varman and S.V. Charunath, Dinesh Kumar, and also Vigneshwaran and Rudramurthy for untiring efforts. And finally, our beloved students team, Sanjay Ganesh, Veera Raghavan, and Vishal, they also worked for achieving the FDP very successfully. Once again, I thank all the resource persons and the participants. Thank you all.
Thank you, Professor Mahendran, sir. I would call upon Mr. N. Kirtivarman, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, to give the vote of thanks.
Audible? Very good afternoon to one and all present here. It is such an honor for me to get the opportunity to thank you all dignitaries. On behalf of the Department of Mechanical Engineering, Kingston Engineering College, I am Kirti Varman, Assistant Professor. Take this opportunity to put all my gratitude into the words. First of all, I would like to express my gratitude to our Honorable Chairman, the DM Kadiranand, MP, and the Chairwoman, Mrs. Sangeeta Kadiranand, in absentia, for providing encouragement and support and also giving this opportunity to conduct a virtual faculty development program along with ATAL. Thank you, sir, and thank you, ma'am. I would also like to thank our beloved head of the department, Mr. S. Mahendran, for his moral support and guidance. Thank you, sir. I would like to express our profound gratitude to our coordinator, Dr. N. Shankar Ganesh, for making this virtual faculty development program a great success. Thank you, sir. I would like to thank our distinguished speakers of this 5 days faculty development program for making excellent presentations and making this FDP interesting and meaningful, and also the contribution to make this FDP a great success. Day 1, Dr. Sudipta D, Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering. Thank you, sir. Dr. AVSSKS Gupta, Professor and Head. Thank you, sir. G. Subramaniam, Director, Siri Exergy and Carbon Advisory Service Private Limited. Thank you, sir. Then Dr. K. Srinivas Reddy, Professor of Mechanical Engineer. Thank you, sir. Dr. Brahmara, Professor and Head, Department of Mechanical Engineer. Thank you, sir. Dr. V. Sivareddy, Professor of Mechanical Engineer. Thank you, sir. Dr. G.B. Jani, Associate Professor, Mechanical Engineering. Thank you, sir. Dr. Muruga Bhupati, Associate Assistant Professor of Mechanical Engineer. Thank you, sir. Dr. Karthia Banu, Founder and CEO, Inspire Software Solutions. Thank you, ma'am. Dr. T. Srinivas, Associate Professor of Mechanical Engineer. Thank you, sir. Dr. E. Anil Kumar, Associate Professor of Mechanical Engineer. Thank you, sir. And Dr. N. Sankar Ganesh, Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineer. Thank you, sir. And finally, Dr. P. V. Suresh, Associate Professor. Thank you, sir. And then I would like to extend a special thanks to all the participants for their active participation in this 5 days faculty development program. Thank you all.
I must thank the student volunteers, system administrator, app developer, and photographer for working out for the past few days to make this FDP successful. Finally, we are highly thankful to the AICT ATAL for providing financial assistance to organize this FDP in our campus and hope we will find the support in future also for organizing such kind of activities. Thank you everyone once again for making it a great success. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Keerthivarman sir. Thank you everyone. Thank you resource persons and participants. Kind attention. Kindly fill up the feedback which we will be posting in WhatsApp group after a few minutes. The time of the deadline of that feedback form would be 10 a.m. tomorrow. Okay, that is tomorrow 10 a.m. morning. So try to fill up the feedback before that, so that we could consolidate that. And also today's consolidated quiz link will be posted in the same group, and the time would be very short since this is the final one. The time would be from 6:30 to 7 p.m. Okay, just half an hour. So kindly cooperate with this quiz session and complete it within the time allotted, participants. So kindly I will repeat again. The consolidated quiz link will be posted today by 6:30 p.m. sharp, and it would close by 7 p.m. Only half an hour of time to attend the quiz. Okay, thank you everyone. Thanks for being here.
Dear participant, the meeting has been over. You can leave the meeting. Thank you all.